All right, let me throw this on. What's up? Yes. Yep. Okay. All right. Back here on their home turf, Birmingham Legion are hungry for a bounce back today, embarking on a new quest for the USL Jägermeister Cup. And match day one brings a familiar foe 150 miles away, the Chattanooga Red Wolves. The inaugural cup match for each of those two teams comes your way from the Magic City right after this. All right. That's fine. No, stay at 15. I'll cut it. Back here on their home turf, Birmingham Legion are hungry for bounce back today. And match day one in the USL Jägermeister Cup brings a familiar foe. The Chattanooga Red Wolves take on Birmingham Legion from Protective Stadium right after this. That better? Okay. Let's get rid of that. Add this. Back here on their home turf, Birmingham, your foe, after this. Back here on their home turf, Birmingham Legion are hungry for bounce back today. And match day one in the USL Jägermeister Cup brings a familiar foe. The Chattanooga Red Wolves take on Birmingham Legion from Protective Stadium right after this. Good afternoon from the Magic City, Birmingham, Alabama, and welcome to our coverage of the 2025 USL Jägermeister Cup, featuring Chattanooga Red Wolves SC taking on Birmingham Legion FC. Up here in our press box at Protective Stadium, glad to have you with us today, everybody. Alongside Joel Wallace, I'm Blake Gardner. And Joel, both these two teams getting their Jägermeister Cup run started today, hoping for good starts.
Yeah, it's a beautiful day to play soccer. It's warm out, 85 degrees, so I think both teams are going to be really going to have to get to it.
Well, for those unfamiliar with the USL Jägermeister Cup, here's a look at the format. These teams are split into groups, and each club plays 4 group matches, 3 points for a win, 1 point for a draw, and then an extra point up for grabs in PKs. If these two teams are tied after 90 minutes, no extra time, we go straight to the spot with an extra point up for grabs, all leading to the final coming up on October 4th. And as we look at this group where Chattanooga and Birmingham are housed, Joel, it's an interesting mix between USL Championship clubs and USL League One clubs.
Yeah, this is a tough group, especially with Birmingham, Chattanooga, just a few hundred miles away. It's turned into a great rivalry.
FC Tulsa, the leaders of the group so far after Saturday, after their convincing win against Forward Madison. Birmingham Legion trying to pick up 3 points today as well, but they're also trying to bounce back after a tough defeat at Hartford last weekend.
Yeah, that was a tough one to swallow, but I think Coach is excited about getting some of his players back healthy and on the field.
Meanwhile, for Chattanooga Red Wolves, they've got a U.S. Open Cup run going. They're into the 4th round there, and they're coming off a very nice win against Greenville last weekend.
Yeah, I had a lot of nice things to talk to Coach about yesterday, and he thinks that he can get out there and put pressure on Birmingham and really maybe pinch a win out of this.
These two clubs separated by about 150 miles, very familiar with each other, going head-to-head here in match day 1 of the USL Jägermeister Cup. When we return to the Magic City, we'll get a look at each side's starting 11s plus the first 45 minutes between Birmingham Legion and Chattanooga Red Wolves right after this.
This sandwich is not just spicy, it's flavorful.
Hi, this is Patayo.
And this is Elsa.
And a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Grilled Spicy Deluxe Sandwich is that spicy kick. I really like the marinated chicken breast because the spice comes in at just the right moment.
Oh, no. A little thing I love is that cilantro lime sauce. It's a fun blend of zesty and bold. It's highlighting the flavors in the chicken. That's what really makes me happy. Are you going to eat all your fries?
Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Welcome back to our coverage of round 1 of this 2025 Jägermeister Cup. Jägermeister proud to be the presenting sponsor of the USL Jägermeister Cup. Take a shot at glory and celebrate the magic of this exciting tournament all year long. Please drink responsibly. Time to look at each side's starting 11s for this one, and we'll start first with the visitors from East Ridge, Tennessee, the Chattanooga Red Wolves. And once again, Joel, it's 3 at the back for Scott McKenzie. This is a veteran group at the back.
Yeah, it looks like they got a 3-5-2 going. Like Coach had mentioned, I think they're going to try to pressure, high pressure Birmingham.
Zaire Vesquez coming off one of his best games up top as well for Chattanooga. Meanwhile, for Birmingham Legion FC, interim head coach Eric Avila gets Fonwell Kavita back in central defense.
Yeah, that's a big bonus right there. Getting some experience back there, just maybe shore up that defense a little bit. They let up some goals over these last few weeks, and I think that that will really help.
Just about ready to go between Chattanooga and Birmingham. First, a look at our officiating crew led by Elton Garcia, the former USL Referee of the Year, gets his 5th match assignment of this 2025 campaign. He's the head man for this Chattanooga Red Wolves Birmingham Legion battle. Scott McKenzie, as we said, the head man for Chattanooga Red Wolves, now in his 3rd year as head coach, his 2nd full season after taking over as the interim head coach back in August of 2023. Speaking of interim head coaches, there is Eric Avila, now in his 4th season with the club, but the interim head coach now his 3rd game as the head man in charge on the touchline for Birmingham Legion. Chattanooga Red Wolves in red, Birmingham Legion in their Vulcan black kits. And we are underway in round 1 of the 2025 USL Jägermeister Cup.
Yeah, it looks like they're coming out right away. Maybe 4 in the back, sitting 1 in the middle.
Hamoda working with Fonwa Kavita, Moses Mensah. Jake Roof, the back 4 for Birmingham Legion. The youngster in goal today, Fernando Delgado, the 18-year-old. Back with Birmingham Legion for the 2nd season after he had a short loan stint with Birmingham a year ago. He gets the nod today. So it'll be interesting to watch how the teenager handles things in between the sticks today for the home side.
Looks like Birmingham's doing a nice job. They have a game plan, maybe a little bit possession. They have some experience now in the back.
Delgado directing traffic as Hamoda brings it forward, working with Enzo Martinez, trying to go direct. That was sent away by this Chattanooga back line. Hamoda got tripped for a moment, but able to recover, and Birmingham will restart things through Delgado. And Joel, this is a theme for Chattanooga so far this year. It isn't always pretty, and they don't like to play with a ton of the ball, but they'll press when required, and when they do get the ball, they get forward in a hurry.
Yeah, the coach had mentioned that they're going to look to try to counterattack, but it looks like that Chattanooga is definitely playing with almost 5 in the back, 3 more central. The 2 wides are coming way back where they're playing almost 5 straight across the line.
Foul and a free kick conceded by Ronaldo Damas to Chattanooga Red Wolves. Veteran midfielder Walefi, or as he's known around Red Wolves training ground, just Wally, 31-year-old Brazilian midfielder, the longest tenured member of this Red Wolves club, veteran leader, the captain of this group, going to be heavily involved in the build-up through the central part of the park today for Chattanooga.
Yeah, offensively, you can see that they're pushing those wide guys very high, playing with the 3 in the back, and then they're keeping almost 3 central offensively, and then there's a giveaway.
Giveaway there by Owen Green. It's a back 3 of Owen Green, Declan Waters, and Eric Kinzer. Waters and Green, plenty of experience, both with Chattanooga and as professionals. Kinzer, the new guy. His first season with Chattanooga Red Wolves, but he's played all but 6 minutes so far this year across all competitions for the visitors.
Yeah, I do think that Chattanooga wants this game to go as long as possible. Here they come now.
Pedro Hernandez on the break. Working with Joshua Ramos, who's gotten forward. Ramos serves. Hamoda deals with it. Mince's clearance got partially deflected, but Damas comes to collect. Here comes Danny Trejo. Trejo got a chance to flex a bit of his dynamic play in Connecticut last weekend. Birmingham just couldn't make it pay off into a goal, and in the end they were punished by a mistake at the back and a 1-0 defeat against Hartford Athletic. Weekend prior to that, Birmingham Legion back here at home scored 3 goals in a nice win against El Paso Locomotive, a 3-1 result.
It'll be interesting to see as this game goes along how Birmingham's going to adjust with Chattanooga dropping so many numbers behind. Just being able to run 3 up top, they may need to run 1 more up out of the middle to try to get some numbers up into the attack.
And as Foster pings it out wide, Dawson McCartney able to keep it alive. Pardon me, that's Troy Garthen. Pasher. Centrally, Pasher chips it over the top just a bit too far out front of Trejo. But Joel, you were talking about how compact Chattanooga is. Those are the passes. There's just not a whole lot of real estate to work with there for Tyler Pasher.
Yeah, no, that's correct. Chattanooga is just dropping so many numbers back, and they're compacting it. There's not a lot of space to play into, and that was an example just this last play. He tried to chip it in, and there's just not that much space. It'll take a very good ball to get in behind them. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. Open giveaway.
Good pressure from Trey Garth, and he forces the giveaway, trying to get a serve off. It's blocked. Good defending by Kinzer, and he's able to clear without conceding a corner. Vita's positioning was good, but Hernandez beats Hamoda to it. Hernandez trying to turn the corner. Hamoda still with him. Hernandez not much in the way of support. Hernandez Foster hacks him down. Free kick given in a dangerous area for Chattanooga Red Wolves.
Yeah, these are the kind that you don't want to give up this kind of situations. He did a fantastic job of battling. But here you can see him just fighting, and then gets taken down. For Birmingham, they don't want to give up these kind of free kicks. Don't give them any chance. Don't give them one more opportunity to put the ball in front of the net. Because this is dangerous now.
Set piece opportunity, the first real scoring chance for either side. As Fernando Delgado directs traffic in front of his near post. Looks like it's going to be a 3-man wall over on that side of the park. Zahir Vasquez over the top of everybody.
He'd like to have that one back. That one, you could put that right into the mix. Very dangerous area. See what happens. The flex goes off a knee. Anything can happen in those kind of situations.
Here's interim head coach Eric Avila barking out instructions. Got a good look at the Hunt for Glory kits. Birmingham Legion debuting today. Normally the Vulcan kits here at home, but new kits that were shown off across social media earlier this week. The Hunt for Glory kits will be Birmingham Legion's outfit for the duration of this USL Jägermeister Cup. There's a dark version and a light version, both featuring some camo prints. Birmingham Legion on the hunt for 3 points today, playing here at home, trying to keep pace with FC Tulsa, who took care of business against Madison yesterday. Good work by Martinez, finding Kobe Hernandez-Foster, but Trejo couldn't keep it close. It'll be a throw for Chattanooga. USL Jägermeister Cup round 1 wrapping up here on Sunday afternoon. Jägermeister Cup separate from both US Open Cup and league play. Birmingham Legion 1 win in their first 6 USL Championship contests. Chattanooga Red Wolves 1 win through their first 5 USL League One contests, but that includes 3 draws, which is how they started the year. They lost to AV Alta before they picked up a 1-0 victory last weekend at home against Greenville Triumph.
Now one thing that I was watching, some of Chattanooga, they do have a long throw-in. The young man could throw it from the sideline and put it into the box, into the 6. So I think they're going to be trying to take advantage of this.
Owen Green does heave it forward, but over the top of any red shirts, and Hernandez-Foster calmly lets it roll over the end line.
Yeah, he's got a big arm. They'll look to bring him from either side to take some of these long throw-ins. And again, anytime you can get the ball into the middle, it's dangerous.
Green in his second season with Chattanooga, the long throw specialist, started his career with Tormenta in USL League One, then Lexington last year. Martinez tried to ping it across the park. Kavita played it first time.
That was a nice ball.
Asher sinks back for a touch. Birmingham start to build again.
Yeah, Birmingham's doing a really good job of moving from side to side, trying to drag their players out of position, and it's going to be a cat and mouse this afternoon. Who's gonna falter? Who's gonna lose discipline? Who's not gonna follow their run?
Kavita plays that big diagonal ball again. Mensah heads it forward. Trejo with Enzo Martinez on this side of the park. Trejo making the run in behind. Got around one man, couldn't get around a second. And a point to the corner flag. Last touched out by Waters.
That was a great ball in, just in behind. Anytime you can get your defense running at your own goal, it creates havoc, and they were able to get a corner kick out of this.
So the first corner kick of the afternoon, created by Danny Trejo, brought to you by Chick-fil-A. How will Birmingham approach their first set-piece opportunity of the afternoon? Kobe Hernandez-Foster is short. Will use that short option. Hernandez-Foster, Martinez, Roof on the turn. Roof shot blocked. Thomas, his shot blocked as well. Trejo slots it home. Flag stays down. Danny Trejo has the opening goal. Birmingham Legion have a lead 10 minutes in.
Yeah, that came off of a practice. They obviously set that up, looking to come up with something. And again, you put it into the mix, you put it into that area, anything can happen, bounce to you, and what a great finish when he had the chance.
That is what Danny Trejo is known for, the 26-year-old in his first season with Birmingham, a prolific goal scorer. His last season in the USL Championship with Phoenix, now he's got his first goal across all competitions with Birmingham Legion FC. Goal brought to you by AT&T, gives Birmingham Legion an early lead, and it ping-ponged around, Joel.
Yeah, absolutely. And a couple opportunity, and then just they lost the mark. The ball bounced to him, and he finished it well. He kept it down. And for Chattanooga, that's a tough one. You're on the road. Now you're down a goal early, and so they're going to have to maybe watch and change. They were sitting back. They may need to take some more risks now and get some numbers forward.
So Birmingham Legion and these new Hunt for Glory kits off to an excellent start, in front by a goal.
And for Birmingham, getting that goal early takes so much pressure off you. Now you can play, you can move the ball like they're doing. They're going to have the possession today, so now they don't have to hurry up.
Thomas made the run through, tried to cut it back to Pasher, who got there. Pasher denied at that near post. Hedges forced into his first save. Had it covered, but Pasher got plenty of juice behind it.
Again, another dangerous ball in behind. Was able to get a shot off. Good save by the keeper.
Cardo Hedges, the 39-year-old Guatemalan international, would have forced that away at his near post. Such a contrast between these two starting goalkeepers today. Delgado at just 18 years old. Hedges, a veteran of all sorts of South American Cup and club competitions, now in his third season as goalkeeper and goalkeepers coach here at Chattanooga Red Wolves, and a guy who has started all the cup matches for Chattanooga this year. Veteran of 63 caps with the Guatemalan national team. Hedges.
Wow, that's impressive.
Was beaten early, but denied Tyler Pasher there. Kept this at a 1-goal margin, a little more than 12 minutes in.
So yeah, this scoring that goal, I mentioned, now Birmingham's able to just move it from side to side. They don't have to force it if they don't need to, and just keep possession, because Chattanooga's gonna have to come out and get it.
Throw coming here for Chattanooga Red Wolves fans. The USL on CBS Sports Network kicks off in May. The matchup of NorCal rivals Oakland Roots SC take on Sacramento Republic FC May 4th at 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Central on CBS Sports Network. Two clubs will resume USL League One and USL Championship play respectively to start the month of May. Both clubs playing their opening USL Jägermeister Cup match here on this Sunday. Elton Garcia having some words with Tyler Pasher there. Looked like he and Michael Knapp were locked up and maybe some words exchanged.
Exactly.
So Garcia just trying to keep the peace early. Referee who's known as one of the better ones across USL League One and the USL Championship. A guy who refereed the USL Championship final a couple of seasons ago. Refed a USL Championship semifinal last year. That looked like a handball, and it was.
Yeah. He was looking for a push from behind and reached up.
So Birmingham quickly put the ball down on the turf and start again, working the other side of the park with Enzo Martinez, their veteran midfielder. So Birmingham Legion side with loads of firepower, including this guy, Danny Trejo, who's already found the back of the net once today. Trejo hounded by two red shirts into the corner and earns Birmingham another corner kick, their second of the afternoon, brought to you by Chick-fil-A. Red Wolves not a huge fan of the call. They might have had a point.
Birmingham's doing a good job of running, having late runs going through and slicing through, getting in behind Chattanooga. It's been really impressive. And here again, it looks like they got maybe something set up here.
Hernandez plays it short this time to Trey Garthen. Pasher.
Good ball.
Trey Garthen a chance, just couldn't keep it down.
Yeah, good ball in.
Not a bad look from Sebastian Trey Garthen, the 24-year-old in his first season as a pro. Two-time NAIA All-American. He's appeared off the bench 3 separate times for Birmingham early in this campaign. Played 34 minutes last weekend at Hartford, but getting his first starts in this contest. Chance to shine here in some extended run. But Green under pressure has to play it back to Hedges. Launches it forward. Oda won the second ball. Hernandez Foster sweeps it out wide to Moses Mensah.
That was a nice job at the two center backs. One went up, challenged. The other one dropped them behind them, cleaned up whatever might have popped out. Really nice job.
Birmingham resets again. A quarter hour gone this afternoon here at Protective Stadium. Blake Gardner, Joel Wallace here with you. Glad to have you along for the ride for round one. The USL Jägermeister Cup. This Group 3 battle between Birmingham Legion out of the USL Championship, Chattanooga Red Wolves out of USL League One. Kavita over to cover that run as they hear Vasquez, but play's going to be brought back to where Matt Bentley was brought down. Free kick for Chattanooga.
Yeah, I think Birmingham would really like to see them come out of this and not give up a goal today.
Look here at the contact.
Oh yeah, got him on the back of the heel. Maybe Achilles.
So Enzo Martinez, the offending party, took down the Englishman Bentley, guy who scored 3 times already this year for Scott McKenzie in Chattanooga, plus a couple of goals in the U.S. Open Cup as well. Vasquez plays the free kick short, and Ramos couldn't get it, and then a foul as he sent Danny Trejo clattering into the ad boards.
Yeah, that was unnecessary.
Trejo not a huge fan of that.
Yeah, that whole thing was a little bit of a mess. They tried to play short, bad ball out, and then I think he got a little frustrated with the whole situation. Good positioning defensively, and then he just took him out.
So far, so good for Eric Avila, the interim head coach. His side in front of Chattanooga by 1. Birmingham fans, to stay up to date on all the latest Legion FC news, be sure to follow @BHM Legion on X, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, and download the Legion FC app today. Legion FC app in the App Store or Google Play, and @BHM Legion on social media. Your home for all things Birmingham Legion FC. Martinez got a bump from behind, went down, got the free kick.
Martinez has been very active. He's been popping up in the middle, getting the ball, moving the ball around. He's played already 2 or 3 nice balls in. He's been really active. I like, if you watch, he just sits there, and Foster sort of is playing a little bit more of the defensive role, a little bit deeper, and he just sits and is picking up balls. But then Martinez has been all over.
Right on cue, Hernandez Foster back on it. His pass doesn't quite get all the way to Tyler Pasher, but Thomas with some counter pressure wins it right back, takes it off for Kinzer. Pasher on the turn. Hernandez Foster joining the attack. He'll tee one up. Pettis saves it.
Nice shot, good save. Kept it low. Yeah, he hit that one from distance. That was a nice ball. Oh, looks like the keeper might be down, holding his shoulder.
That is not what Chattanooga wanted to see. Their goalkeeper coach, 39-year-old veteran Ricardo Hedges, is having a tough time with that right shoulder, so this will function as de facto break for both of these two clubs while he gets checked out.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I wonder if he did it when he went down to his right for that save. He's hurting ever since.
So a stoppage here in the 20th minute with Birmingham Legion in front by a goal thanks to Danny Trejo. After a couple shots blocked and ricocheted in and around the box off Birmingham's first corner of the afternoon, Trejo slots it home. Veteran has his first goal as a member of Birmingham Legion, and so far so good for Birmingham in those new Hunt for Glory kits.
Birmingham's doing a really nice job of keeping the ball, moving it, getting it side to side, dragging Chattanooga left and right, making them turn their heads and run things down.
Let's see if we can see what happened here with Hedges. Another look at that save off the shot of Hernandez Foster. Didn't look to be a ton in that.
Yeah,
The veteran still trying to work out that shoulder. Says he's all right to continue for now. It's a Chattanooga side that has been a side of penalty kicks so far this year. Their goalkeepers between Hedges and Jason Smith have been awfully important. They've had 3 straight penalty kick wins in the U.S. Open Cup. All 3 of those games going 120 minutes. The Red Wolves winning in PKs, and then they've drawn a handful of penalty kicks in league play, and they've conceded more than their fair share as well. And again, the way the USL Jägermeister Cup works, if we are tied after 90 minutes, there will be no extra time, but there will be a round of penalty kicks to decide a winner with an extra point up for grabs. So a draw earns you 1 point, but If you win the penalty kick shootout, you pick up a second point. Of course, wins are 3 points, and you get nothing for a loss. And as Foster worked it out of trouble, Trey Garthen an excellent touch to find Pasher. Birmingham able to break, and Joel, that'll be something to follow and see whether Chattanooga starts to pick up the pressure a little bit more, trailing by an early goal.
Yeah, I was watching to see like how their back line, if they are going to play a little bit higher, but they're still right now sticking to their guns. It is only 1-0. It is early, so you don't have to panic right now. But just as this game goes on, I'll be curious how they may change or what they may do.
Approaching the midway point of this opening 45, Tyler Pasher fouled from behind by Pedro Hernandez. Birmingham wanted to play quickly. Elton Garcia telling Kobe Hernandez Foster they've got to wait for him to let the dust settle before they get going again. Jake Roof, the Alabama native, working on the right side of the pitch once again today for the Legion. Opts to go back to his captain, Fanuel Cavita. Birmingham will reset from there.
Birmingham's doing a nice job of continually cycling around in the midfield. Now you can see Martinez is now slid over to the right side, and they're doing a really nice job of rotating and shifting, and it's hard to track somebody when at one point you're dealing with them at this part of the field, and then they move themselves or they pull themselves wide. Really nice job.
Ronaldo Damas brought down. Free kick once more for Birmingham Legion. Thomas, another guy with all sorts of goal-scoring prowess. He's already scored 4 times this year for the Legion. Free kick brought to you by Birmingham Freightliner. Perhaps not quite within shooting range, but Kobe Hernandez Foster and Sebastian Trey Garthen giving it a long look. Hernandez Foster floats it over the top just out front of Damas. And it's played on a hop by Hedis.
Oh, big punt. Huge punt.
Hedis looking long. Hernandez Foster defending to do and did his job.
Chattanooga did a good job of supporting that play, maybe pick up a loose ball, and it nearly worked. I mean, he's got a big leg. That's the second time he's punted the ball, and it clearly gets into Chattanooga's attack.
There's a little bit of breeze blowing that direction, but Hedis had a runner in Vasquez who almost got on the end of that. Martinez underhit that big ball. Jordan Iambilla took it away. Here is Vasquez back on it, trying to shield it away from Jake Roof. Unsuccessful in that regard, and it'll be a Birmingham throw.
Chattanooga's been very organized. I've just watched them. You could see that they have a game plan. They're sticking to it. The goal came off of a corner, so it didn't really come from run of play. And you could see they get numbers behind, and they're tough.
Trejo greeted by a trio of red shirts, forced to give it up. Martinez playing here with the youngster, Misa Moda. Moda looking over the top. Trejo not going to get there. Wouldn't have mattered. The flag was up for offside. Birmingham fans, if you're looking to grab some of this season's Legion FC merchandise to wear to the next home match at Protective Stadium, you can check out all the new gear now at bhmlegion.shop. Again, that's bhmlegion.shop. And as was advertised on social media this week, if you're looking for the brand new Hunt for Glory kits, Birmingham Legion are sporting on the turf today. Had to be here at Protective Stadium to get your hands on one of those.
Good flick on.
Hernandez.
Oh, just out of his reach. But that was a good job, Chattanooga. They pushed their wide guys really high and real wide. They played the ball in. He flicked it on. They were able to switch the field. They just didn't connect that last pass. But that was a dangerous set.
Bentley trying to hold it up, does. Threads it through. Vasquez couldn't keep it close. Damas trying to hold it up and able to win it back. Damas, still Damas, and finally brought down. Free kick given. That is outstanding individual effort from the Birmingham striker.
Yeah, he battled that whole time.
Frustrating sequence there for Walefi in the Chattanooga midfield. The This time it's the Chattanooga captain, Walefi, who's getting some stern words from Elton Garcia saying, hey, that might be out of fouls for today before a yellow card starts coming out. He and Michael Knapp unsuccessful trying to take it off of Ronaldo Damas. He's trying to get more involved here today. Dangerous goal scorer, but he had just 10 touches total. Birmingham Legion's last game against Hartford as Hamoto was clipped from behind. Another Birmingham free kick. The foul's starting to tack up here. So approaching the half-hour mark. Birmingham Legion in front by a goal. Homestead have largely dominated the tempo of this game. Have registered 6 shots so far. The Red Wolves are looking for their first real goal-scoring opportunity.
Yeah, you can see that they're really trying to win it and counterattack and get in behind them as quickly as possible.
Pressure picked up here. Kavita forced to send it long. Damas connects with Pasher. Pasher trying to turn unsuccessfully on Michael Knapp, who wins it back. That time the pressure does pay off for the Red Wolves. Kavita.
Yeah, Michael Knapp he's been a handful in the middle. He's worked really hard. He fights for every ball that goes in. Here he is again, wins that ball again. He's been everywhere in the midfield for Chattanooga.
Knapp, another guy who's played a ton the early part of this year, now in his second season with the Red Wolves after some time with New York Red Bulls 2. Rio Grande Valley before becoming a Red Wolf.
That's a great ball out wide, and now they've got numbers into the box.
Ayabilla serves into a dangerous spot. Kavita clears it.
That was a good series for Chattanooga. Good ball out wide. They're still in.
Bentley fires, deflected over the top, but out for the first Chattanooga corner of the afternoon.
Yeah, that was a great ball. Got wide. They had numbers. They had somebody that ran near post. They had somebody that ran far post. Sat at the top of the box. Really nice.
Here's what you were talking about. Ayabilla's serve almost found Hernandez.
Great runs, just off a little bit, but the first young man ran through, drew a defender. Great job. And here's a dangerous situation. Let's see what Chattanooga can do.
Before this ball is served, our referee Elton Garcia going over to that corner flag. Looks like that ball was placed down in front. There we go, just making sure that flag is stationed properly. But still, where Vasquez has put that down, that is in front. That white paint. He still hasn't gotten a chance to serve this ball because now there's a fight over some real estate in and around the mouth of goal. Declan Waters, the center back, is locked up there with Kavita right on top of the goal line.
I find it interesting that they've only sent 1 out versus 2 in the corner.
Driven serve. Hernandez Foster got a piece of it. Martinez clears it for the moment. Tregarthen trying to hold it up. Deft touch. Couldn't get around the second man, though. Chattanooga still have numbers forward, but now trying to regain their shape and maintain possession.
Yeah, it looks like they are trying to possess a little bit here.
31st minute here in Birmingham, Alabama. The Red Wolves still looking for their first shot of the afternoon, trailing after an early goal from Danny Trejo. Kavita beats Bentley to the ball over the top. Hernandez Foster finds Ronaldo Damas. Birmingham can start to build again. Damas thought he got pushed from behind. Referee said no. Chattanooga able to win it back in midfield again. Starting to win a few more of those duels here over the last few minutes. They try to put their foot on the ball a little bit more. Joshua Ramos out in the wide areas, swings a serve in that Moses Mensah deals with.
Yeah, he'd want to do a little better with that ball, that service in. You want to get it past that first guy.
Now Birmingham are on the break. Martinez won it back. Here comes Thomas dribbling at the defense. Trejo made the run. Trejo denied by a kick save from Hedis. And Hedis comes screaming.
Yellow card.
At Elton Garcia, and immediately is shown a yellow card for dissent. While Leffy trying to get in front of his teammates. Again, only the captain is really allowed to approach the referee with dissent like that. Chattanooga furious about the lack of a foul call that started that break. And we'll see, was there a foul here?
It don't look like he hit him.
Owen Green went down screaming. Elton Garcia did not give the whistle. It started a promising chance the other way for Birmingham Legion. Though Hedis had that foot out, it looked like he had that post covered, let it go. It's going to be a goal kick for Chattanooga, and while we have a moment, we're going to get our first hydration break of the afternoon. Yellow card brought to you by Rubio Law Firm, the first shown here in this first half. Both sides getting a chance to cool off here. Temperature, game time about 81 degrees, the warmest day of the year here in central Alabama. So Ricardo Hedis and Chattanooga Red Wolves getting a chance to literally and figuratively cool off here.
Yeah, I'd imagine that the coach is telling them for Chattanooga not to change. They're creating opportunities. It just hasn't all clicked yet in the final third for them. And then for Birmingham, I gotta believe that the coach is just saying, hey, keep doing what we're doing, move the ball, and we got the lead. We don't have to take any risks in the back, and just do what we're doing.
So as we get ready to restart play, fans, a reminder, you can watch the USL Championship in Spanish on TUDN, the nation's leading Spanish-language sports network. Rhode Island FC debut their brand new stadium as they host San Antonio FC on May 3rd at 4:30 Eastern Time, 3:30 Central. Go to USLChampionship.com for the complete USL TV listings. Less than a dozen minutes to go here in our opening 45. Chattanooga Red Wolves looking for a response after an early strike from Birmingham Legion.
He's tough in the air, isn't he?
He is. Iambilla serves. It got all the way through to Vasquez. Vasquez's shot deflected, or was it? Vasquez certainly thought it was. Referee not by, and goal kick for the Legion.
They're doing a good job of serving the ball up. Here it is again. They're doing a good job of getting the ball up into those three forwards for Chattanooga and finding that loose ball here or there. They're playing pretty tight, pretty compact up front, so anything that might come loose may fall to one of their players.
Hard to tell from that angle we got whether Mensah did get a piece of that shot on the way by, but Chattanooga Red Wolves starting to show a little bit attacking danger here over the last few minutes. They went without a shot the first 27 plus minutes of the afternoon, but they've registered a couple here over the last 5. Damas able to find Trejo, who gets it right back to him.
Great switch. Fantastic ball across.
Roof working with Tyler Pasher. Pasher dancing still. Tyler Pasher, edge of the area, out wide. Trey Garthen. Trey Garthen. Damas just wide.
Fantastic job. Pasher, by running at the defense like that, he actually takes them on, and look at how many red shirts go around him. 1, 2, 3. Then another one has to step. Someone's got to be open. Great job by Pasher.
Not a bad service delivered there by Trey Garthen. Thomas, an opportunity that just went wanting. Hedis brings it back under control here for Chattanooga. Birmingham fans, Legion FC return to USL Championship regular season play on the road this Saturday. That's May 3rd as they visit Tampa Bay Rowdies at 6:30.
They have good numbers in the box right now.
Moda defending to do. Bentley ushers it out for a Chattanooga corner. So Birmingham Legion taking on Tampa Bay Rowdies at 6:30 Central Time coming up this Saturday. That match can be seen right here on My 68 or ESPN Plus, and you can follow along at BHM Legion on X for live match updates. Legion FC return to Protective Stadium on Wednesday, May 14th, hosting the defending Eastern Conference champion Rhode Island FC at 7 o'clock Central Time. Get your tickets to the match today, bhmlegion.com/tickets.
So the Chattanooga is sending 2 to the corner. It's interesting Birmingham's not going to send 2 out. They must have seen something and they're not worried about it, because typically you go two versus 2.
Vasquez drives it to the back post over the top of Bentley. And Hernandez couldn't quite keep it in play.
On their restarts, corners, free kicks, they got to do a little better job, get a little bit more dangerous situation. If Birmingham gives you these and you get those chances, you never know what happens if you drop it right in front of the goal. If you pound it over or you hit it out of bounds, you'll never get a chance.
So far, that's been the difference, right?
Yeah.
Birmingham Legion took advantage of their early set-piece opportunity. Chattanooga has not found much success off of their restarts. The Red Wolves have been on the ball here a little bit more over the last 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, I agree. They're winning the second chances a little bit more. Again, very organized. Their coach has done a great job getting them together. It looks like they have an obvious game plan. They got numbers in the box again.
Billa's serve just a bit over the top of Bentley and Hernandez, who are making the runs forward. Asher almost weaved through traffic again. Leffy up to the task defensively that time. The Chattanooga captain pings it forward on that big diagonal. Jordan Iambilla starting to get more and more involved here over the last few minutes. Defended by Trey Garthen. Iambilla, his serve blocked this time, but out for another Red Wolves corner.
This is where they got to take advantage of getting this ball into a dangerous situation.
Jordan Iambilla growing into this game, the 24-year-old on loan from Miami FC. Making another start here for the Red Wolves in this 2025 campaign. To hear Vasquez and Chattanooga generate something from this corner.
Right now they got 4. Chattanooga's got 4 on the backside of the 6. So let's see what kind of runs they make. They're all jostling right now, hands up, hand grabbing. Let's see what they can pull out here.
Vasquez delivers an outswinging serve. Bentley tried to head it back to the penalty spot, but a foul. As Bentley was locked up there with Thomas. It'll be a Birmingham free kick.
Yep.
'40th minute here, Protective Stadium, Birmingham Legion FC, Chattanooga Red Wolves. Glad you could join us. Blake Gardner, Joel Wallace here with you, locally on My 68, across the country on ESPN Plus, on the SiriusXM app, SiriusXM stations. And a good one so far. Round 1 of this 2025 USL Jägermeister Cup. Danny Trejo strike the difference so far. Trejo wins Birmingham another throw right in front of the Chattanooga bench.
With this heat, as the game goes on, you're going to start seeing the teams are going to start stretching a little bit more. There'll be a little bit more space. They're just a little bit more tired. They may not make that run that they normally did, or defensively they may not be able to track back. So we'll see how this plays out with it being so warm out today on turf.
Moda pings it across the park. Trey Garthen runs it down, keeps it in play. Birmingham an opportunity to put their foot back on the ball here. Regain the control of the tempo they had by and large the opening half hour. Hernandez Foster. Damas. His first touch just a little too heavy. And as he tried to recover it, got a piece of Michael Knapp. Free kick Chattanooga. Knapp down in a heap, and a yellow card shown to Damas. Yellow card brought to you by Rubio Law Firm, the first of the afternoon shown to a Birmingham Legion player. And again, it's Michael Knapp in and around the action again.
Yeah, he got him. He misplayed that ball, bounced off his leg a little bit too far.
So Ricardo Hedis pushes his red jerseys forward and sends it away. Moda wins the first ball. Falls kindly for Josh Ramos. Green forced backwards and dangerous. It's intercepted. Ronaldo Damas an opportunity. All by his lonesome. Damas just wide.
That's just that, you know, that discipline, that errant pass. You don't want to give those away. Thank goodness it worked out for Chattanooga, but great big touch. Created a dangerous situation.
Thomas just couldn't wrap that right foot around it. The error at the back doesn't come back to haunt Chattanooga. As Pasher's pass didn't quite get all the way to Trejo. Red Wolves trying to build again. Vasquez taken off it by Hernandez Foster. Ooh, nutmegs him on the way by. That was skillful from Kobe Hernandez Foster.
Some quick feet.
22-year-old midfielder was one of the more consistent presence in the lineup for the Legion a year ago.
This is a good job for Chattanooga, winning it up high. They won the ball 30 yards out or so.
Hernandez Foster again doing the work defensively. Trejo out wide, 1v1 for the moment with Owen Green trying to beat him for pace. Green going stride for stride, and it'll be a Chattanooga throw. Owen Green put it in an awfully tough spot, 1v1 with Trejo without a lot of help, and was up to the challenge that time. Green, a 26-year-old, plenty of League One experience, going up against one of the most dangerous attackers in the USL Championship, but had him covered there. Be a throw for the Red Wolves right in front of their own bench as we approach the 45th minute, and word from down below as it stands is we're going to have 4 minutes of stoppage time to close this first half. Moda able to keep that in play right along the touchline in front of his own bench. Damas thought he was pushed. Referee didn't agree. Alefi wins it back. Tried to go over the top. Pomoda was positioned perfectly.
Birmingham's done a really good job of winning. Ooh. Yep. Here comes another.
And a yellow card is coming out. And is going to be shown to somebody on the Birmingham bench, it looks like. Jay Heaps is down there, and it looks like he's going to be the man who gets the yellow card, as Damas was brought down trying to turn and start a Birmingham counter. So Heaps has been shown yellow, brought to you by Rubio Law Firm. Birmingham Legion president down there on the Birmingham bench. Not a fan of no card coming out for that foul on Damas. And Heaps still having words with our fourth official down below. But instead of a yellow card being shown to a Red Wolf, the bench of Birmingham Legion has been shown yellow as we enter the 45th minute. And now we will get some confirmation on the amount of stoppage time we will get. It is going to be 4 minutes, brought to you by UAB Medicine. Throw coming here for Chattanooga after they get a fresh ball. Fans Select is proud to be the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship. From the Academy to the big leagues, Select is there every step of the way. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select product specials and more. Select, the player's choice. Birmingham Legion back on it. Fernando Delgado, their teenage goalkeeper, has been composed so far.
That was good hustle. Hernandez just put a lot of miles in there late in the half.
Chattanooga was in a low block to start today, but they've started to extend that pressure a little bit more as this first half has gone on.
There's a little bit of gap in the middle as those forwards are stepping up to try to pressure the backs. They want that line to step up with them, so anything that comes in, they can pick off.
Moda, excellent touch, playing over the top of the pressure. Kavita,
great ball.
Pasher. Birmingham trying to see if there is one more scoring opportunity left in this opening half.
Again, good movement. Just two touch, receive, play, receive, play. Good job.
Again, Birmingham enjoying the bulk of possession here. Another extended run, and now they've broken Chattanooga open. Martinez out wide, Trejo. Trejo has options arriving in the box, serves it, Martinez, Damas couldn't quite catch it clean.
And again, that all came from Martinez. The ball that he received inside, played it out wide again. He's been a handful in the midfield. He's been fantastic and freed himself up. Ball went through. And Birmingham had players in the middle. Just maybe enough of a touch that redirected through. And you know he wants that one back. That's the top of the six.
Ronaldo Damas doesn't leave those wanting often.
Nope.
Guy who's been a prolific goal scorer in the USL Championship with Orange County, with Colorado Springs. Has already scored 4 goals in USL Championship play. Had an opportunity there, but don't know if he thought that was going to get all the way through to him. Three minutes into our minimum of 4 added minutes of stoppage time to close this first half. Chattanooga looking for something here. Ball played over the top. Hamoda shields Vasquez away from it and over the end line for another Birmingham goal kick.
Yeah, Bentley was looking, he was asking for that at his feet. He was in the middle of the park and they played it over the top. Again, there's not a lot of space there. And he was asking for it to his feet, play it into him.
As Fernando Delgado gets ready to send this away, fans, to remind you that eFootball is here. Live your dream, rep your team, and play as your favorite USL Championship club. eFootball free to play. Download it now. The gaming device of your choice. Delgado sends it long. Thomas tried to hold it up, but it redirected kindly to Pasture. Jake Roof, the Alabama native, back to his captain, Fonwell Kavita. Birmingham Legion are awfully happy to have back. And that is going to be the end of the first half. Birmingham Legion back on their home turf. Have to be pretty pleased with the way this match has unfolded to this point. They've outshot Chattanooga Red Wolves 10-2, and they will take a 1-0 advantage into the halftime dressing room. All smiles for the team that's in their brand new Hunt for Glory kits. So far here in the Magic City, Chattanooga Red Wolves hoping for a response in the second 45 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Coming up at the break, we're going to look at our first half highlights plus some news and notes from around USL Championship, USL League One, and this 2025 USL Jägermeister Cup. And we'll look at some scores for round 1 of this USL Jägermeister Cup. Our score at the break here at Protective Stadium: Birmingham Legion 1, Chattanooga Red Wolves 0. We'll be right back after this short break.
Time to hammer down. Season tickets on sale now.
That spice is 10 out of 10. Would recommend.
Hi, my name is Khadijah, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Grilled Spicy Deluxe Sandwich is that spicy kick of the chicken. It's just the right amount of heat. It gets me excited and definitely wanting more. And then, pro tip, add that cilantro lime sauce. I couldn't get enough of that sauce. It cools it down. If the sandwich is at 100, the cilantro lime takes it to 200. It makes me want to, tell all my friends and family.
Real guests paid for their testimonial.
Mira que le va a pegar. ¡Gol! ¡Uy! ¡Iba a quedar! ¡Y se cantó!
Wait, come back! Wait, come back. I need more help.
Take a load off Fanny. Take a load for free.
Today we went to the beach, and it was totally worth it. Stay 2 nights, get a $50 Best Western gift card.
Whoa. Termites can eat a pound of wood a day. 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 What's wrong, Daddy? Daddy? You okay?
Keep termites out of your home and your head with our premium guarantee that covers up to $250,000 in new termite damage. Before panic shows up, Terminix it.
3 ice-cold Jägermeister shots, please. Those look warm.
Serve it cold or don't serve it at all. Jägermeister. Damn, that's cold.
This year, the Jägermeister Cup will feature all 24 clubs from the USL Championship and all 14 clubs from USL League One. The 38 teams are placed in 6 groups divided by region. 4 groups will have 6 teams, 2 groups will have 7 teams. Each club will play 4 matches in group play, 2 at home and 2 away. At the conclusion of the group phase, the 6 group winners and 2 wildcard teams will enter the knockout stage. To set the quarterfinals, the wild cards are locked into slots as away teams. Group winners are drawn for spots 1 through 6, then drawn to fill the matchups from match 1 all the way to match 4. In this stage, wild card teams cannot play against the winner from their respective groups. In the semifinals, the 4 remaining teams will be drawn randomly, and the last 2 teams standing will be drawn to determine the host for the Jägermeister Cup final.
This week on USL All Access, we spoke to Switchbacks captain Matt Mahoney.
How the slow start is going to be the fast turnaround for the 2024 title holders. How about Open Cup glory once again for USL Championship teams, the dominating factor and round 3. And last but not least, our final remaining team without a win, Hartford Athletic, finally grabbed 3 points and get themselves into the race in the Eastern Conference.
You don't want to miss it, SiriusXM FC and the USL YouTube page.
Welcome back to our coverage of this 2025 USL Jägermeister Cup, Round 1 here at Protective Stadium in Birmingham, Alabama. Birmingham Legion FC 1, Chattanooga Red Wolves 0 through 45 minutes. Blake Gardner, Joel Wallace here with you in the Magic City. A triple header, USL Jägermeister Cup here on this Sunday afternoon as we look across the USL Championship. And Joel, we talked off the top of the broadcast, Chattanooga Red Wolves on a fantastic U.S. Open Cup run. They get Nashville SC coming up here in the month of May. They're one of 15 USL teams advancing in the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup, which is also a very fun cup to watch.
It's a great cup. I think it's really neat to see some of these other programs that are coming up and winning games and moving on to the next level and playing against the big guys, you know.
Also, Loudoun United making moves as well as they establish a true pathway to the first team in the USL Championship. Loudoun in the USL Championship, one of the best stories in the Eastern Conference so far in this 2025 season. Meanwhile, FC Tulsa made waves with some additions as well. Tulsa, one of the teams in this Group 3. Chattanooga Red Wolves and Birmingham Legion, along with Knoxville, Forward Madison, and Indy 11 here in the USL Jägermeister Cup. Tulsa went to pins with one Knoxville SC yesterday. As we look at the groups across the USL Jägermeister Cup, again, here's how everyone is split. Every group has members of the USL Championship and USL League One. Each team and each group will play 4 matches. The group winners will advance to the quarterfinals along with 2 wild cards that will be determined by who's accumulated the most points out of the non-group winners. Birmingham Legion and Chattanooga, as we said, in that Group 3. But plenty of intrigue across the groups. And Joel, as always, anytime there's a cup contested like this, it's always about the underdogs, right? How many of these USL 1 groups can overtake some of these USL Championship crews and get into that 8-team quarterfinal?
I love it. I love when you fight for the underdog. All the time, everyone asks me, like, who you root for here, and I'm always the underdog at first, and let's see how the game turns out and who I want to root for. But I'm excited. This is a neat format. It's neat what they're doing, and I love it.
Speaking of underdogs, there were a couple of underdog victories yesterday, including that aforementioned Tulsa match that went to penalty kicks. Won Knoxville, won in PKs 4-2, so that's 1 point for Tulsa. That's 2 points for one Knoxville SC. Louisville City, as expected, took care of business, but probably the biggest upset of the day yesterday, FC Naples at home took out Charleston Battery 1-0. That is a USL League One over USL Championship upset. Not the case elsewhere in Group 3 with Indy 11 taking out Forward Madison by a count of 4-0. Indy 11 currently the leaders in this Group 3. Birmingham Legion trying to accumulate 3 points as well in Group 3. And Joel, after 45 minutes, they've got to be pretty pleased with where they stand.
Yeah, you can see 70% of the possession. I think they felt that they were going to have possession of the game. It's nice that they were able to get the 1 goal so they don't have to hurry. Now, for Chattanooga, they were looking to counterattack a little bit. They had only 30% chance, only 2 shots. But I would like to see them do a little better on their restarts, getting it more dangerous.
We'll see if the Red Wolves make some changes here in the second 45 minutes, which come your way after one more quick break. 1-0 Birmingham Legion, the second half between these two sides when we return to Protective Stadium.
We are Altec, Birmingham-based since 1929. We set the gold standard in equipment and services that connect us to the power and communications we all need. From bucket trucks to digger derricks, the equipment we make helps our customers and our communities dig deeper and reach higher. We're a team. We're a family. We're looking for someone just like you. Hammer down and team up with Altec. Learn more at jobs.altec.com.
Welcome back to Birmingham, Alabama, and our coverage of the 2025 USL Jägermeister Cup. Chattanooga Red Wolves, Birmingham Legion FC fans. Jägermeister is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the USL Jägermeister Cup. Take a shot at glory and celebrate the magic of this exciting tournament all year long. Please drink responsibly. Round 1 of this USL Jägermeister Cup here at Protective Stadium. A good start through 45 minutes for the home team. Birmingham Legion FC taking on Chattanooga Red Wolves. And it was a good start for the home team, as we said. As we look at some highlights from the opening 45, Chattanooga Red Wolves had a couple opportunities early, Joel, but Birmingham Legion, by and large, controlled the possession there through the first half hour. They controlled the tempo. In less than 10 minutes in, they had the opening goal.
Yeah, again, the ball played into a dangerous situation, bounced around, fell right to his feet, and he finished it.
Ronaldo Damas started it. Danny Trejo finished it. Trejo's got his first goal as a member of Birmingham Legion. Birmingham capitalized on an early corner, had a couple of more opportunities as the half went along as well. Kobe Hernandez-Foster from distance, and then a no call there on that challenge of Owen Green led directly to Trejo getting another opportunity that went just wide. And then a third crack here as Tyler Pasher created.
Yeah, he's fought hard all game long. I've been really impressed with the whole midfield, and they've created some opportunities, and Pasher just has been physical.
And so Martinez has been active as well. He let that one go for Ronaldo Damas, who wanted to have that one back. Damas had a couple of opportunities that went wanting. So as it stands, it is 1-0 our score in the second 45, as both teams have made their way out for the second half. And it looks like the home side are going to make at least one change. We'll see if that is the only change both teams are going to make here. It's Thiago Suarez, the 19-year-old on loan from New England Revolution, who has grabbed his shirts. And he will check in for Birmingham Legion. And we'll see who he's on for. It looks like it'll be Fanuel Kavita who makes way. Kavita, the Birmingham captain, back in the mix for the first time this year since the opening match for Birmingham Legion this season against Loudoun United. Played the first 45, but it looks like he won't be in for the second 45.
He's been a force back there. He's won everything in the air. He's put himself in really good position, and to see him come out, hopefully this was maybe a planned substitution, give him some minutes, and not one that he hurt himself again. Because I know that he came back from injury. Let's just hope that it's just something that let's get him some minutes, get him out there again. And
so Kavita comes off, Thiago Suarez on. That's the only change, and our second half is underway here at Protective Stadium. Birmingham Legion FC trying to see out a 3-point performance to start this USL Jägermeister Cup run in their brand new Hunt for Glory kits. Chattanooga Red Wolves, meanwhile, trying to get themselves back on level terms here. Just again, as a reminder, if Chattanooga do find an equalizer and we end in a 90-minute draw, we go directly to PKs, where another point is up for grabs in the penalty kick shootouts. But as the score stands right now, Birmingham Legion would lock up all three. Chattanooga would go back home to Tennessee empty-handed.
Yeah, you can see Chattanooga hasn't changed what they were doing. They're keeping their 3 center backs. The 2 wide are dropping way back, so you actually are running with almost 5. Ball in behind here. This is dangerous. Oh, offsides.
Flag up against Danny Trejo, who created all sorts of havoc there in the first half. Trejo just a bit off beyond the last defender, Owen Green, who is running stride for stride with him. Ricardo Hedges rolls it out for a Chattanooga free kick. Good to see Hedges start this second half after he had to be attended to his right shoulder there. Led to a stoppage in our opening 45 minutes. As that ball's flicked into the Birmingham box. Jake Roof not all too convincing with the clearance, so defending to do here for the Legion.
And there's numbers in the box. They've got numbers if he can get this service off. A lot of red shirts.
Ramos does get a serve all the way to the penalty spot. Tyler Pasher deals with it. The shot from distance redirected out of play by Roof, but a pretty good strike from Eric Kinzer. It's out for a Chattanooga corner.
Good defending by Roof. Put his body out there and take that ball.
That ball was stung. It didn't look like it was going to be on frame from that vantage point, but Roof wasn't taking any chances. Third corner of the afternoon here for the Red Wolves. Actually, their fourth. The first of this second half is Zaire Vasquez. Plays it short. Well, Effie gets it right back to him. Vasquez to the back post. It redirects to the penalty spot. Nap shot blocked. Pretty good opportunity goes wanting. Still some work to do defensively for the Legion as Roof clears it away from trouble.
Here's a counterattack. They're going to be a little bit unorganized. They sent numbers forwards.
Trey Garthen. Hounded by Walefi. Was there a foul there? Referee says yes, there was. Free kick to Birmingham.
Yeah, when you send all your numbers forward, all your big guys, all your backs, your center backs typically are your biggest guys out there. But when you get counterattack like that, you tend to be a little bit unorganized, trying to pick up numbers as they're all running down the field.
So Birmingham Legion have a free kick here. That foul actually on Jordan Iambilla. Wingback trying to track back defensively and deal with rookie Sebastian Trey Garthen. It's Trey Garthen and Hernandez Foster who stand over the set piece right in front of the Birmingham bench. Hernandez Foster plays it short. Pasher's got space. He lets one go but couldn't find the frame.
Yeah, his first touch got away from him a little bit. Set up his feet got a little bit tangled up there. Wasn't able to hit it clean. But you can see that they've got some game plan on their corners and on their restarts.
Good job on that ball in the air by Roof. He wins it. Trey Garthen, though, couldn't quite keep it. Michael Knapp dispossesses him. Iambilla keeps it in play.
Knapp is impressive. Has impressed me this whole game. He has been really tough for Chattanooga in the midfield.
Iambilla trying to evade defenders. Went down weakly. Didn't get the whistle he was searching for.
Yeah, no, he was looking for that, wasn't he?
Still pretty progression from Iambilla, who now tracks back to more of a defensive role. Goal kick for Birmingham. Fans of the USL Championship and League One are on CBS Sports and ESPN platforms all season long. Catch live matches and expert analysis every day on the CBS Sports Golazo Network and ESPN+. Go to USLChampionship.com or USLLeague1.com for the complete USL TV listings. Thomas, was he able to keep it in play? Yes, he was. That was well done by him.
Yeah, good ball in. Again, got the defense turning and running. If you keep doing that over and over and over and over, those are wind sprints. You get tired after a while.
Aldo Thomas, the Birmingham striker, has had to work hard here so far today. See if he gets another opportunity in this second half. Martinez pings it back out wide. Moses Mensah serves first time. Good defending by Chattanooga. That ball was destined for the head of Danny Trejo, but it never got there.
Again, Martinez, another great ball out wide. He's been everywhere. Here, he just picked off the ball again.
Thomas tried to play it in Trejo's direction, but it was cut out by Owen Green. Hedges clears it, but only as far as Thiago Suarez. Trey Garthen trying to keep it in play and could not in the end. So a throw coming here for Chattanooga Red Wolves. Lob ahead to the head of Bentley. Again, Enzo Martinez back on it. It's Martinez who now wears the captain's armband for the Legion after the departure of Fanwa Kavita. Veteran midfielder, 34 years old, now in his 4th season with the Legion. Guy who's created all sorts of goals, just hasn't been that active this year, but that has not been the case today.
No, he's been very good today.
And again, he's able to get all ball, dispossess Vasquez from behind. So Martinez has contributed both in the attack and defensively as well so far. Pasher picks up his head looking for the run at Thomas. Thomas was offside. So a free kick for Chattanooga. And Walefi's going to be pointed back just a little bit before that's retaken. Now the Red Wolves can start play again. Saw Eric Avila, the interim head coach for the Legion, the 37-year-old. Longtime assistant here in Birmingham, a veteran of over 300 professional games. That includes the inaugural campaign with Birmingham Legion, where he was a player back in 2019. Made the playoffs with that crew. Martinez again, picture perfect.
Ball.
Over the top to Trejo. Trejo against Green. Trejo saved. Again, Enzo Martinez on target over the top.
Trejo brought that down well, too. I mean, on the run, he was able to, that shows some skill there.
Trejo was on that Phoenix team that won USL Cup back in 2023. Ran all the way to the final and won behind a 17-goal, 9-assist campaign for Trejo when he was with Phoenix Rising.
Wow.
Just an absolute monster in the USL Championship since last year in Poland. Now back here stateside in his first season as a member of Birmingham Legion. Suarez, his touch let him down. That rolls harmlessly out of play for a Chattanooga throw. Birmingham has been fairly crisp in possession today. That a rare miscue.
Yeah, they've done a really nice job of just switching the ball from side to side. He'll go out, and there it goes out wide.
And as Foster played the switch that time, Damas on the run. That pass over the top of him and ushered back to Hedis. Goalkeeper rolls it back out. Just getting underway in this second half. Birmingham Legion 1, Chattanooga Red Wolves 0. Round 1 of this 2025 USL Jägermeister Cup. Mensa defending and a lot of contact and a free kick conceded. Joshua Ramos was running at him.
Yeah, that was definitely a foul. He did a little step over, pushed it into the corner, and
so good work from Ramos to win the free kick. The alum from Dalton State, now in his first season with Chattanooga after spending last year with Tormenta, and a guy who's also got some international experience. 18 caps with the U.S. Virgin Islands international team. Ramos has caused some danger at times up that right flank. Similarly, last week in Chattanooga's matchup with Greenville Triumph, had a great goal-scoring opportunity. Actually hit the woodwork, but was denied by the frame.
Now let's see what they may have talked about. Looks like right now they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and again a ball that's hit out of bounds. Those balls, they really need to get a little bit more dangerous with those. As a coach, that would drive me crazy. I mean, that's every opportunity to put the ball in front of the goal, and it's a goal-scoring chance. And they've knocked 3 or 4 of them out of bounds.
A wince on the face there of Scott McKenzie. Especially when goal-scoring chances have been few and far in between so far for Chattanooga. Delgado under pressure as Birmingham try to build through this Chattanooga pressure. Hamoda finds Tyler Pasher lurking between the lines, but his touch let him down a little bit. Ayambilla picks it off, but his touch too heavy as well. Suarez wins it back. Pasher tries to split defenders, went to ground too easy, says the referee. Now Chattanooga with some space on the right side of the park. There is Joshua Ramos on the run again. Working with Zaire Vasquez with Mensa on his back. Vasquez drew a crowd in that corner, and Danny Trejo took it off him. 11 minutes in to the second half here at Protective Stadium. Birmingham Legion trying to make it 2 wins out of 3 across all competitions. For a home win against El Paso last time they played here, but a disappointing defeat on the road against Hartford Athletic last weekend.
Again, good movement, side to side, through the middle.
Long ball to Suarez, intercepted by Ambilla, who heads it out of play. Second overall meeting between Birmingham Legion and Chattanooga Red Wolves officially. These two teams met last year at the U.S. Open Cup. Birmingham Legion won 4-2, but it took 120 minutes. Birmingham Legion got 4 goals, all 4 of them from Stefano Pino in a victory. These are two teams that are awfully familiar with each other, play almost every preseason over the last 3 campaigns or so. They met in the Open Cup last year, met in the preseason this year, now drawn into the same group here for the 2025 USL Jägermeister Cup. And it looks like Chattanooga Red Wolves are prepping their first change. The next available stoppage is Enzo Martinez. Tries to play Trey Garthen through. Trey Garthen able to get there in front of Ayambilla. His serve blocked by the Chattanooga defender. Trey Garthen able to turn. Nutmegs Ayambilla, but couldn't get around him. Trey Garthen, the last man to touch it. Was there a foul there? Yes, there was. Foul on Trey Garthen. Free kick for the Red Wolves. And both guys showing some sportsmanship there with some smiles. And a sub coming for Chattanooga Red Wolves. Their first of the afternoon. Looks like Zaire Vasquez is coming off. So Vasquez off. Omar Hernandez is on. Former Wake Forest Demon Deacon and Mercer Bear. At one time Georgia Gatorade Player of the Year. Omar Hernandez is on. Now in his second season with Chattanooga Red Wolves. Guy that played 68 minutes last weekend against Greenville. Now on for the final half hour plus here today. Red Wolves lob it back into play. Dealt with by Roof and Hamoda. Two center backs for the Legion. Thiago Suarez checked in for Fanuel Cavita and moved out to right back, which is where Roof started today. Ramos is served too low, greeted by the left boot of Hamoda. Still defending to do for Birmingham.
Right now, the play has shifted a little bit more in favor of Chattanooga. They've been a little bit more on this half in the attacking third. Here's a chance.
Opportunity for Bentley. Didn't quite catch it cleanly.
But the play has sort of shifted a little bit. They're playing in Birmingham's half a little bit more.
That's probably an opportunity that Matt Bentley wanted to have back after the redirection.
Yeah, he definitely would want that one back.
Like a bit of indecision, perhaps. Couldn't decide whether to take that one with his right or his left. And Chattanooga's initial press broken. Enzo Martinez and Tyler Pasher. Acres of space here in midfield. Pasher running at this Chattanooga back line. Threads it through. Thomas on the turn. Has Trey Garthen with him. Now finds him. Trey Garthen trying to get around the first man. Couldn't. Iambilla clears it off of Trey Garthen for a Chattanooga goal kick.
I really like how Pasher plays here. He gets the ball and he runs at these defenses and it forces them to have to defend it. And they slide over, and when that happens, numbers start shifting and people open up.
Looks like Birmingham Legion are prepping their second change of this second half here in just a moment as the flag goes up against Ronaldo Damas. And Birmingham is going to go ahead and make that change right here. Preston Tabor Itaka is the man coming on. Sebastian Trey Garthen makes way. So that attacking opportunity, Trey Garthen's last moments. He gets a nice hand after an hour's worth of work from the home crowd. Preston Tabor Itaka, the 26-year-old Cameroon international, now in his third season with Birmingham, the man who replaces him.
Yeah, Trey Garthen put in some miles. He really hustled in the midfield. And you can see, I think he just ran out of steam a little bit. It's a hot day today. And those boys in the midfield have really been hustling.
Green's header picked off by Trejo. Birmingham back on the ball here. Mentz's touch a little too heavy, but only as far as Enzo Martinez. Tabor Itaka is going to get his first touches since coming on. Another guy with plus speed, working on this right side with Thiago Suarez. Suarez leaves it for Tabor Itaka. Iambilla again up to the challenge. Took it off. Tabor Itaka with the slide tackle.
That was a good read by the Chattanooga defender. He picked up the fellow switching, making the overlap and run.
And Jake Roof called for the foul. It's going to be a Chattanooga free kick. Another look here as Roof was locked up with Pedro Hernandez.
Yeah, I'd call that a foul too.
It's now just waiting for a fresh ball to get put back in play. Fans, if you can't watch the match, turn on SiriusXM FC channel 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access on Tuesday nights. Plus, hear live matches for the USL, MLS, Premier League, and more, all on SiriusXM FC 157 and the new SiriusXM app. Blake Gardner, Joe Wallace here with you. Thanks for joining us on SiriusXM. 1-0 the score between Birmingham Legion and Chattanooga Red Wolves. Playing here at Protective Stadium in Birmingham, Alabama. Home side enjoying a lead as they have been since the 10th minute. Again, Chattanooga not able to make much off their restart, and a yellow card shown for dissent to Chattanooga center back Declan Waters.
Again, that's one of those, it's really unnecessary. It's not like you're going to change his mind or anything. He got it running past the referee.
So Waters shown yellow, brought to you by Rubio Law Firm. Again, that's a point of emphasis for the referees this year in USL Championship and USL League One. Referees only want the captains really talking to them about certain calls or non-calls. Anybody else is going to have a very short leash. Thomas tried to play it back to Pashert unsuccessfully. Hernandez Foster won. That one went to ground to do so and got absolutely clobbered by Michael Knapp. A yellow card coming out, and it's going to be shown to somebody here as both Hernandez Foster and Knapp are down.
I'm going to guess it's going to go to Knapp. I think he went in a little bit late. The other fellow, I think, was already on the ground.
Both Birmingham and Chattanooga players huddled around here, around Elton Garcia and around their fallen teammates. I think at least one training staff, if not both, is going to be waved on. That was a tough, tough challenge. As both Hernandez Foster and Knapp went sliding across the turf. And on turf, unlike natural grass, you can slide a long ways. As we get another look at the challenge.
Oh, 2 feet up. That's why he's going to get the yellow card. If you see Knapp went in, he left his feet, both feet were up. I could see why he got a card. There's even a good argument, enough of an argument for a red card when you go in like that.
So both Hernandez Foster and Knapp down, receiving some medical attention.
And he could be hoping that he doesn't get a card.
Another look at it here from different angle. Man, I see your point. Both those studs showing there as he goes clattering into Hernandez Foster, who got there first.
Yeah, there really is an argument there for a red card. When you leave your feet like that with both feet studs up like that. Oh, and there it is, red card.
So the referee has thought about it, initially showed yellow, but has put that back in his pocket and he has flashed red.
Yeah, there's not much argument there. That was a bad tackle.
So a big decision here with about 25 minutes or so left to play. Kobe Hernandez Foster just getting to his feet. Looks like he's going to be okay to continue.
And that's a big loss because Knapp was really playing well.
But again, Elton Garcia originally showed yellow, but as he thought about it, talked with his ARs, said, no, we're going to forget yellow, and showed Michael Knapp red. So Knapp is going to be pointed off. Chattanooga are reduced to 10 men for the remainder of the game.
Yeah, and he was having a good game, and it's unfortunate. And he did leave his feet, and both cleats were up. That was a bad tackle, dangerous. But he was a handful for the midfield. Won a lot of balls in the middle. But
so Knapp has been shown red. Chattanooga are down to 10. And we'll see how this changes the complexion of these last 20 plus minutes. A big loss here. Chattanooga Red Wolves, who now are down a goal and down a man as we get play restarted.
Yeah, that hurts because he was a big part of their midfield, but being down now 1-0, and then also now you're down a man and down 1-0, and one of your better players that were in the midfield. So
Asher couldn't quite find his way through the Chattanooga defense. Iambilla able to get through the traffic. While Leffy now without his running mates there in central defense, or in central part of the park. Michael Knapp is done. Birmingham Legion with an advantage on the scoreboard and in terms of players on the pitch. 68th minute here at Protective Stadium. 1-0 Birmingham Legion. We'll see if Birmingham Legion are able to take advantage of the extra space.
And a lot of times when you get up a man, you play a little bit more complacent. You take extra touches. Great ball.
Trejo over the top, got behind the defense, but just pushed it wide.
Wow, what another fantastic ball. Pasher, that was excellent.
Trejo, head on the turf. Applauds the pass from Trejo. He can't believe it.
Oh, just clipped it. Nice little clip in. Great touch. Defender may have helped on that one. I think the defender got a little nudge in there right when he went to play it. Maybe sent it wide.
Danny Trejo just inches perhaps from a brace. Instead, the scoreline remains 1-0. Fan soccer season is here, and SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the USL. Get all your USL tickets and more from the #1 ticketing site, SeatGeek, your ticket to great seats. Another big ball played over the top in the direction of Trejo. This one dealt with by Green, but Enzo Martinez onto the second ball. Martinez has been active today, looking to create once more. Hernandez Foster sweeps it back to central defense. Jake Roof out wide for Thiago Suarez.
Yeah, I started mentioning you go up a man and you tend to take like one more extra touch when you should speed up the play. You know, 2 touch, 1 touch, 2 touch, keep the ball moving.
See how Birmingham adjusts here over the last 20 minutes or so.
Keep the ball moving. 2 touch, get it, play it.
That's what Birmingham has done a large portion of this game. Home side first half enjoyed about 70% of possession. It's been a little less to start this second half, but that might change now with the man advantage. Trejo goes back centrally. Pasher keeps it moving, but too far out front of Kobe Hernandez Foster. Meanwhile, Scott McKenzie and Chattanooga's bench have some work to do here, looking for answers. Down a man, down a goal, and it looks like they are prepping a double change here in just a few moments. First, those guys talking a long bit of strategy here. Birmingham has made a couple of changes in the second half. Preston Tabor, Itaka, Thiago Suarez have both come on. Free kick coming for the Legion after a Chattanooga foul. We'll see if the Red Wolves decide to make their changes here or if they're going to wait a moment more. Looks like they're going to wait at least one moment more as Birmingham get it back into play. Birmingham fans, you can stay up to date on all the latest Legion FC news by following BHM Legion. That's at BHM Legion on X. Across social media, Enzo Martinez might have an opportunity here. Martinez squares it. Tabor Itaka scores.
Oh, fantastic goal.
Preston Tabor Itaka off the bench and into the score sheet to double the Birmingham Legion lead.
And again, it comes off of Martinez winning the ball, running at the defense, playing the ball over. He even got a little nudge before that. He got a little bump, was able to find the open guy.
Goal brought to you by AT&T, the second today for the home side. And it's created by more danger from Enzo Martinez again. This time it's Preston Tabor Itaka. A Cameroon international, scored 4 times last year. He scored for the first time here in 2025.
Yeah, you can see him just running. There's the little nudge. He's running at the defense. They all had to shift over, and it freed him up wide open. Great goal. Composed. That first touch was excellent. He touched that just beyond the defender where he couldn't get to the ball. That touch there.
Got him around Kinzer and able to beat Hedis. Preston Tabor Itaka finds the back of the net. Birmingham Legion has a 2-goal lead now. 73rd minute here at Protective Stadium. This second half not playing out the way that Chattanooga Red Wolves are hoping. First, they lost midfielder Michael Knapp with a red card. now Birmingham Legion have added to their lead. Chattanooga has made a double change. Matt Bentley has come off. Al Hassan, the 19-year-old Ghanaian, has come on. Fourth time he's come off the bench this year across all competitions as Pettis is forced into a catch. And then Owen Green came off as well. Omar Gomez, the 24-year-old from Oxnard, California, at Salt Lake City Community College. Fifth time he's come off the bench this year across all competitions. Former Colorado Rapids Academy product. And the fifth Park City Red Wolves product to join Chattanooga Red Wolves. But again, a steep hill to climb now for the visitors, trailing by 2 goals and down a man. Eric Kinzer pointed back a couple of yards before he throws this back in, and now he's going to leave it.
Yeah, here comes the long throw. They sent up their center back, try to have him get on the end of this.
So Omar Hernandez is going to try to heave this one from his own bench into the 18. There's 4 or 5 red shirts hovering around there. Preston Tabor Itaka trying to make himself big here on this throw. And it's going to be pointed just a little bit further back by Elton Garcia, but not much. Hernandez heaves it forward into the box.
It's a long way.
Suarez headed it only as far as Al Hassan. Moses Mensah takes it off the teenager. Al Hassan, an excellent tackle to win it back. Referee says it's clean. Al Hassan into the area, racing to the byline. His cross cut out, but as he went clashing into the ad boards, he did not get that cross away before he went over the inline. It's going to be a Birmingham goal kick. We might need some help getting that ad board back up. The 19-year-old went crashing in there. A pretty good battle between 2 youngsters. Al Hassan, the 19-year-old. Ramiz Hamoda, the dynamic 16-year-old who got the start today for Birmingham Legion. 6th start of the year for Hamoda across all competitions. And we'll pause at the 76th minute for our second hydration break of the day.
I got a little bit of leg before he got to the ball. There's room for argument for a foul there.
Red Wolves almost created a scoring chance there. But we've got a stoppage here, our second hydration break of the afternoon. Till 2-0 our score. Birmingham Legion on top of Chattanooga Red Wolves. It's been an excellent day for the home side. Speaking of them, Birmingham fans, Legion FC return to USL Championship regular season play on the road this Saturday, May 3rd, as they visit Tampa Bay Rowdies at 6:30 Central Time. That match can be seen right here on My68 or ESPN Plus, and you can follow along on X at BHM Legion for live match updates. Legion FC return to Protective Stadium on Wednesday, May 14th, hosting defending Eastern Conference champions Rhode Island FC. That match will kick off at 7 o'clock Central Time. You can get your tickets to that match today at bhmlegion.com/tickets.
The old Tampa Bay Rowdies. That is an old team. I remember when I was a kid, Tampa Bay Rowdies.
Club with plenty of history.
Lots of history, yo.
Tampa Bay not off to a glowing start in Eastern Conference play either. Rowdies have made some changes to their head coaching position, much like Birmingham Legion has here early in this 2025 campaign. Right now, it's all smiles here at Protective Stadium. The supporter section has the bubble machine going. Birmingham Legion has given their fans plenty to cheer for so far today. A first half goal from Danny Trejo. A second half goal from Preston Tabor Itaka. The difference so far this afternoon. As we resume play here in the 78th minute, Chattanooga's pressure does force errant pass from Hamoda. It'll be a Red Wolves throw.
Yeah, the keeper did well there. Did a little juke. Back when I was younger, I would have been yelled at so much for doing that. They'd be like, "What are you doing? You don't do. Get it out. Just get it out." They would have yelled at me. And now it's a common thing for keepers to use their feet. They're asked to play with their feet so much more.
Mando Delgado getting the start today, the teenager in goal for the Legion.
He's done a really nice job today.
Matt Van Oekel, the typical #1 goalkeeper for Birmingham at 38 years young. Getting the afternoon off. Throw in for Birmingham. Suarez lobs it over the top. Couldn't quite get it to Trejo. Tabor Itaka onto the second ball. And that is cleared off of his shoulder. Out for a Chattanooga goal kick. Birmingham fans, if you're looking to grab some of this season's Legion FC merch to wear to the next home match at Protective Stadium, you can check out all the new gear now at bhmlegion.shop. Again, that's bhmlegion.shop. Had to be in the building today to get your hands on the new Hunt for Glory kits Birmingham Legion are rocking today as part of their USL Jägermeister Cup run. What a ball. Trejo Damas slots it home. Icing on the cake for Birmingham Legion. 3 goals leading to 3 points. Romaldo Damas has the second Legion goal of the second half.
The Legion has done a really nice job of getting those slashing runs. They've been dynamic. They've been making excellent through balls. I'm curious. I would love to have been on the training ground while they were. If that's something that they've been working on, because today they've been very good.
Goal brought to you by AT&T belongs to Ronaldo Damas, his 5th goal across all competitions. And a lovely find as Trejo connects with the Birmingham striker. Joel, you said it earlier, Damas had a couple of opportunities wanting in the first half, but he's not going to miss those.
Very good goal. Great run. Great ball in. His first touch was a good, strong touch. Put himself in a position for his next one to pass it in the back of the net.
Damas scores. Birmingham Legion well on their way to a 3-point performance to start their run in this USL Jägermeister Cup. Three goals for the home side.
It's nice to see. They're getting their goal now. Now keep them off the scoreboard. Legion have given up some goals in the past. It'd be nice to see them work hard and get this shutout for them. And hopefully, I just didn't jinx ourselves.
Less than 10 minutes to go here at Protective Stadium. We'll see if Birmingham can indeed keep that clean sheet. Home side has outshot Red Wolves 15-5 so far today.
Chattanooga's still working hard. Look at them running. They have really been hustling.
It's been a tough go for the Red Wolves in this second half. It's like starting to get heavy, playing down a man for an extended stretch here.
And it's warm out.
Red Wolves have had to do a lot of chasing today. Birmingham have enjoyed over 70% of the possession. Red Wolves have been down to 10 for the last 15 minutes plus. Preston Tabor Itaka picks up his head, just a bit behind Damas, swept away by Waters. Red Wolves are prepping 2 final changes. Al Hassan trying to split defenders, does so, doesn't have much in the way of support, but got a shot away that hit the woodwork. The rebound dealt with by Delgado.
What a great strike.
What a look from the 19-year-old Ghanaian. Off the bench and almost into the score sheet. Couldn't have hit the post any more cleanly than he did.
He takes him on. That's excellent run. He had him beat. If that was inside the post, I think he would have got him.
Pretty good look, arguably the best of the day for Chattanooga. Now Birmingham pushing numbers forward again. Trejo trying to get it through traffic to Martinez, but to no avail. Leffy feeds Omar Hernandez. Chattanooga start to build the attack again. Jordan Ayabilla getting forward. Both sides prepping a double change now with the next available moments.
Big switch.
And it's Al Hassan who's able to keep it in play. Going at Hamoda here. Got the serve away, but dealt with by Mensah.
He's been a handful since he's subbed in.
See why Chattanooga like this youngster. Be a Red Wolves throw, and now we got all sorts of changes coming here. We'll start with Birmingham. Roman Torres is coming on. He'll replace Enzo Martinez, who's had an excellent day. Roman Torres, the 24-year-old from Dallas, Texas, on loan from Minnesota United. And Sam McElhatton, the new Australian midfielder, making his third appearance as a member of the Legion, will replace Tyler Pasher. So a couple of midfield changes coming here for Birmingham Legion. Meanwhile, for Chattanooga Red Wolves, Wessels will come on.
Good day for Pasher. Good day for Pasher. Good day for Martinez.
So while Leffy off, Wynette Wessels, the South African and former Gardner Webb Bulldog, is on. Yanis Leland is on, native of Madrid, Spain. Former James Madison product, just signed his first pro contact with Chattanooga early this week. He's on for his Chattanooga Red Wolves debut here. 85th minutes. Preston Tabor Itaka has Danny Trejo running. He's on. Hedis, though, playing sweeper keeper, sends that into the 10th row.
Yeah, that's experience there. Playing high off his line, able to get that ball out.
So a good experience play by Hedis, and so Martinez giving a nice hand as he makes his way across the park to the Birmingham bench. Probably the best game Enzo Martinez has played so far to start this 2025 season. So a couple of fresh faces in the game for Birmingham Legion as they try to see out this three-point performance. And Delgado challenged late.
That was dangerous.
That is at the very least yellow. And Garcia wasting no time, showing a yellow card to Pedro Hernandez. Yellow card brought to you by Rubio Law Firm. As Fernando Delgado, the Birmingham goalkeeper, tried to send it deep. That was awfully late from Hernandez. And Delgado's going to be shown a yellow card for some words of dissent after the fact.
He keeps talking. He's going to get himself in trouble. Unnecessary. He got the card. He got the call. He maybe wanted a red card, but you got the call.
Perhaps wanting a little bit more than that. So dueling yellow cards shown there. Brought to you by Rubio Law Firm. Here's another look at the challenge.
Yeah, he went high. I mean, he has an argument. Like, watch how high his leg is.
Certainly way too late, Hernandez is booked, but as is the Birmingham goalkeeper. Hernandez Foster, good interplay with Trejo. Tabor Itaka's already scored once here in this second half. We'll see how aggressive Birmingham is, searching for a fourth. Again, the leaders of the group right now are Indy 11 after their 4-0 victory over Forward Madison. The Legion do have an opportunity to try to match that mark, perhaps. Ayabilla trying to get forward for Chattanooga, but his pass much too far out front of El Hassan. Birmingham goal kick is coming. Birmingham fans, you can head to the Legion FC Twitter page at BHM Legion. Again, that's at BHM Legion on Twitter or X immediately following the final whistle to vote on who you thought earned man of the match honors tonight. The Legion are going to make one final change, it looks like. They're going to make it right now, or they're going to wait a moment. They're going to go ahead and make it now. Danny Trejo had the first goal of the afternoon for Birmingham. His day is done. And Finn Calloway, the teenager, is coming on. local product on a USL Academy contract. Callaway on for the closing moments here of this one.
So the Legion forwards have done well today. All the forwards got their goals. It's nice to see some of the young players get out there for both sides.
So Finn Callaway getting some run here after a couple of appearances last year. Callaway, the 4th ever Legion player on a USL Academy contract. That was the concern for Chattanooga coming in. All this dynamic firepower from Birmingham Legion in terms of the attack hadn't come together as cleanly as Birmingham would have liked at times here the early part of this 2025 season. But to your point, Trejo bags a goal, Damas bags a goal, Martinez is creating. Tabor Itaka comes off the bench, snags one as well. This is about all Birmingham Legion could have asked for this afternoon.
Good possession, good movement.
Damas, was he fouled? He thought so. Referee not buying though. Rolls all the way through to Hedges. Damas a bit slow to get up.
And Chattanooga, you know, they came in with a game plan, and it was very obvious. The coach had them really organized. It looked really good. You could see one side was going to have a little more possession, and they accepted that. But then that red card really changed things for them.
Mensa heads that back to Delgado, who deals with it without trouble. So we enter the 90th minute here in Birmingham. And Delgado gets a late bump there. Giannis Leland, the newest Chattanooga Red Wolf. Guy who also played a little bit in USL League Two with Asheville City FC. Hernandez Foster dribbling around one man, now a second, still going, and wins Birmingham a throw. And word from down below is 4 minutes of stoppage time are coming to close out the game.
Hernandez Foster's also been one. I hadn't mentioned him very much because of Martinez in the midfield, but he has been fantastic. Played a little bit more of a defensive midfielder, but he's been everywhere as well. He's asking for it here, comes across.
A lot of guys in those Hunt for Glory kits the Birmingham Legion are rocking today that might have a case for man of the match honors. Be interesting to see how the voting shakes out. Make a case for Enzo Martinez. Certainly could make a case for Danny Trejo. That goal and assist. Ronaldo Damas bagged a goal as well.
This is a game that Birmingham needed. They needed to score some goals. They had a little bad luck at the beginning of the season.
Preston Tabor Itaka sprinting up the touchline. Good hold-up play from Damas. Started things. That pass into the box a little over the top of Finn Callaway, but he's able to track it down. Chattanooga, though, up to the task defensively in the end. A minute into our minimum of 4 added minutes, brought to you by UAB Medicine.
That was a good ball behind, and the foul. That was a great job. Just up the line, simple ball up the line, opened his hips up, played another ball down in behind the defense, creates another restart. And again, I'd like to see this be a dangerous service in, get some of those big boys up there.
So a free kick coming for Chattanooga in the attacking third after Ramiz Hamoda had to bring down Hernandez. Hamoda was booked. Yellow card brought to you by Rubio Law Firm. In a second half that has had its fair share of bookings. Chattanooga trying to salvage some positivity from this afternoon. Perhaps able to create something off this set piece.
That's dangerous.
Serve. Delgado makes the catch.
A little deep, but still it was a dangerous ball. A little bit lower, and they had a runner right there.
A positive day for Fernando Delgado as well. He's only seen 6 shots. Nothing officially on target. And is Foster going to be called for the foul there? A little bump in the back. 2.5 minutes into our minimum of 4.
I like that Chattanooga's still fighting. They're fighting every bit.
Red Wolves have won another free kick here.
They got about another minute, and they're not giving up. That shows the character of the players and the coach. That you can see they're working so hard and running and running.
Red Wolves will have 3 more opportunities, as Birmingham will. Group stage of this 2025 USL Jägermeister Cup. Towards the back post and redirected goalward and in.
Good goal.
Chattanooga creates something off the set piece and pull one back late as Eric Kinzer taps it into the back of the net. It's 3-1.
Great ball to the far post, one time across. Sort of fell asleep a little bit, didn't track their runs, and he was sitting wide open.
So Kinzer scores. Brought to you by AT&T, the first for Eric Kinzer. He's a member of Chattanooga Red Wolves. Chattanooga, after not putting a ton together their first few set pieces of the day, do pull one back on that opportunity.
This boy's been a handful.
Still defending to do for Birmingham. They do the defending that time, and that is full time. Birmingham Legion start their Jägermeister Cup run with 3 points, with a 3-1 victory here at Protective Stadium today. Eric Avila and company were hoping to get back on the right foot here at home this afternoon, and Joel, they did just that.
Yeah, very good game. I think both teams came in with a game plan. Sort of, the red card changed the things a little bit for them, but you could see both teams were clear what they wanted to do. And Birmingham, it's nice to see that their forwards scored the goals, so they got some results from their forwards.
An early goal gave Birmingham an advantage. Just 10 minutes in, they tacked on 2 more in the second half. Avila and company start their 2025 USL Jägermeister Cup run with 3 points. 3-1 Birmingham Legion over Chattanooga Red Wolves. We'll be right back to wrap it up right after this.
That spice is 10 out of 10. Would recommend.
Hi, my name is Khadijah, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Grilled Spicy Deluxe Sandwich is that spicy kick of the chicken. It's just the right amount of heat. It gets me excited and definitely wanting more. And then, pro tip, add that cilantro lime sauce. I couldn't get enough of that sauce. It cools it down. If the sandwich is at 100, the cilantro lime takes it to 200. It makes me want to, tell all my friends and family.
Real guests paid for their testimonial.
Time to hammer down. Season tickets on sale now.
.90 minutes in the books, 3-1 Birmingham Legion over Chattanooga Red Wolves, and Birmingham supporters section serenading Tyler Pasher with a special rendition of Happy Birthday. It's a birthday for Tyler Pasher here on the Sunday afternoon, and his side walk away with all 3 points in round 1. 2025 USL Jägermeister Cup. 1 goal in the first half, 2 goals in the second half. Tyler Pasher, one of those guys that's starting to get healthy. Fonwell Kavita as well. And Joel, Birmingham Legion hoping as they continue to get back to full strength, the results keep coming like they did today.
Yeah, and it made a difference. You could see some of the experience of the older guys that came out. I thought they played well. Pasher was fantastic, and it's his birthday, and I thought he was a handful for him. So.
Aldo Damas was as well. He added a goal in that second half, the icing on the cake for Birmingham Legion. As we said in the first half, Birmingham came out, they controlled the tempo, they had their foot on the ball quite a bit. They had that 1-goal advantage, and then after the second half red card, they put their pedal to the metal.
Yeah, and that really stinks because they were in the game. It was a hard battle, and a tackle like that can really hurt somebody. But Birmingham did have 70% of the possession for the game, and it showed.
Birmingham was able to maintain control of this game for most of the 90 minutes. Fitting they walk away with 3 points. Now here is what Chattanooga Red Wolves have coming up in terms of USL League One play and the USL Jägermeister Cup. They have Richmond and FC Naples coming to them to kickstart the month of May, and then their next USL Jägermeister Cup match is at the end of the month as they take on Forward Madison. Madison dropped 3 points to Indy 11 in a 4-0 scoreline round one of this USL Jägermeister Cup. So some work to do coming up for Chattanooga Red Wolves as they get back into USL League One play. Meanwhile, for Birmingham Legion, they've got a big one coming up, a trip to Florida as they try to get back on track, Joel, in USL Championship play.
Yeah, they're going down to face Tampa Bay Rowdies. It's always hard when you travel, no matter what, your schedules are off. Plus, you're going down to Florida, hot, muggy, starting to get warm out. So that's going to be a good game.
Pair of home games, but 3 road trips coming up in the month of May for Birmingham Legion. They'll conclude the month of May with their second USL Jägermeister Cup match as they go to Oklahoma and take on FC Tulsa. So that's what's coming up for both these two teams. Chattanooga Red Wolves disappointed with the result today, but hugs and smiles across the board down on the turf below for Birmingham Legion FC. Supporters showing their appreciation for the job Birmingham Legion was able to do. They showed off those brand new Hunt for Glory kits with aplomb. 3-1 Birmingham Legion, our final score. Hope you enjoyed this game as much as we did. Got started early with Danny Trejo's goal just 10 minutes in, and the home side did not let up from there. They took a lead into the halftime dressing room. They tacked on 2 more goals late. Chattanooga Red Wolves pulled one back as well, but it wasn't enough in a 3-1 final here in the Magic City this afternoon. Thanks for watching our coverage of the 2025 USL Jägermeister Cup for Protective Stadium. For Joel Wallace and our entire crew, I'm Blake Gardner saying so long. Have a great rest of your weekend. We'll talk to you next time.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.